Um, okay. So tell me what's your mentality here? What are you trying to do?
I am trying to. Let's see. Okay. Honestly, not enough goes through my head at the beginning of a match before the game starts, but what I kind of want to do is just be in a position where I can flank the enemy, but not right in their face, but also peel for my healers if I need to, in case they
Okay.
have a flanker.
Now let me ask you something. How do you
Yeah,
flank and also be with your healers? You can't, right?
right.
So the idea is that you don't really want to be flanking too much. It's not necessarily flanking as much as off angling, right?
Yeah.
Again, you're just trying. Your main goal right now is to just build blade. But in the meantime, how is it that Genji builds blade?
By just spamming
Okay.
and just constantly doing something and not like shooting into shields or, not just like going on mile long flanks and hitting nothing.
Yeah. So
Kind of
the
like
good.
farming tanks, I guess, is a good way, but yeah.
Um. Yeah. So basically, it's like uh, Genji builds ultimate by following up, right?
Okay.
Genji builds up his ultimate the fastest when he's cleaning up kills, right? So when you're getting dash reset, dash reset, dash reset, dash reset, right? Um,
Hmm.
so what you need to do is that you need to figure out a way of how is it that you can be able to farm those dash resets, right? So if we watch this, from what you've already told me, I kind of have an idea of what's going to happen. Um, but let's just go ahead and watch. So now, one thing that you said that was interesting was that you said you don't really think at the beginning of a match as much as you should, right? Or you don't really think about what your goal is at the beginning of a match as you should, right?
Yeah, it's like I don't really know what to expect until I see what the enemy's playing.
Uh huh. So at the bare minimum, do you know what it is that you can try to do with your team right now? Like, what's the easiest thing that you can do?
Honestly, I should probably be over with my tanks, kind of hiding behind them and poking at incoming enemies the first time they walk through.
Right.
Just like,
So, well, okay, yeah, right. But then, what is like your overarching what is like the overarching play that you can make?
um, that
Like,
would
like the
be
easiest
like
play that you can execute.
the easiest play would be building blade quickly and getting those one or two picks, I guess,
Right.
or
So
getting a pick of someone out of position with my shurikens
the
and dash.
the easiest play you can make is by following up with your Winston, right?
Yeah,
Or with your Doomfist or whoever it is, right? Um, right now you're in no position to actually follow up on anything, right? You're low
right.
and things are happening. And look at that, you went in, but then who was there?
Tracer.
Oh well, no, I mean like down here,
Oh, yeah,
right?
just the enemy.
Yeah, right. But it was just too late,
Oh, and yeah, and the Mercy's won. Okay, he did get the pick.
right? You got the pick. That's good. But it's like if we watch now. Whoops. I'm gonna take this back actually.
So right there, I dashed at the Tracer so that I could keep her off the Ana, which she ended up jumping to the low ground anyway.
Yeah. Um. Okay. So the thing is that you ideally don't really want to be dashing on the tracer unless if you know it's for the kill. But
Okay.
the thing is this, right? Just if we just watch it from this position, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, no. This is like this is what I was saying that I feel like is going to be like your issue before we even watched it, right? Let me ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
How many times have you seen your teammates so far? How many times have you seen your tank or your Doomfist? And you went in.
I have not seen any of my tanks or the Doomfist pretty much since I saw them set up.
And now you're out.
Yep.
That's it. It's literally just you don't know where your team is. So how are you going to effectively make a play, right? Maybe yes, it was the right play to go after the Tracer and help her against the Ana, right? In hindsight, yeah, maybe. But fundamentally speaking, you are missing out on millions of ult charge here, right? You could be breaking lamp, you could be just firing from here, and then zap, 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 BAP goes low, dash, dash, right? Or dash from here to here, or whatever, wherever, right? You have a million different options, but do you notice how your only option here after you've dashed towards here is what? What can you do?
Pretty much nothing, because now the Tracer's... Yeah.
You don't have your dash. That's it. You can't do anything. So it's like you're not going to be building up ult charge quickly. The Tracer isn't building up ult charge much quicker than you, but it's like she's doing her job. She's distracting you. That's it. But it's like you fundamentally just didn't work to how your composition would be best helped, right? You just didn't really, you didn't jump in when they jumped in. And that's where it's like, this is kind of a thing about visual confirmation, right? This is where the key aspect comes, right? Visual confirmation is where you're literally just looking at where your teammates are, right? So there's multiple things that you could be doing differently here if we take this from the start, right? One, beginning of the game, what info do you get from being around here? Right? Because you were saying, I don't get info on the enemy team until I see them.
That is like probably the worst place to be, to see the enemy quicker than everybody.
So how do you make it so that you see the enemy quicker?
I'd be with my Winston, I think. Kind of where he is. Just sort of right around there and watch as they come through, because that's the only place they can walk through, right there next to the bus.
Right, and then you just deflect in case if like you see something that's going to kill you. That's it.
Yeah, like a Widow.
Literally it. Right? And then you can think, I'm spamming, getting ult charge. That works, right? And then you literally just waste, you're making, like, because watch it from like this, right? Yeah, like even Pixie Win Dixie on the general chat, even he's saying, what the fuck, right? Why aren't you letting him, why are you letting him through? Like, look. Now you're firing, but it's like, you could be, look!
Oh my god, BAP would have been dead. He would have been dead.
Right? It's there's so many opportunities for you to do things, and it's like, yeah, probably the Winston could have maybe gotten in a little bit sooner, something, I don't know, right? But it's like the whole point is that there's so many opportunities that you could be taking, that doing something, but instead you took chip damage from the McCree early, and now you can't do anything, right? Because you're just standing here, you're not really, right? Look, these are targets, right? These are targets that you could be. Look.
Look! What the fuck is this?
She's half, right? It's like it's there, but you're here, right? It's like it's so. This is where I'm saying that it's like when you're playing, when you're VOD reviewing, you don't need to look for anything that in depth. It's just, why aren't I doing anything right now, or why did I die? Why did I just feed? Why did I use a cooldown for no reason? Right? Just simple things. Right? There's so many opportunities here that you could be doing a million different things. I could come up with a million different scenarios. It doesn't matter. Like you didn't even give yourself the opportunity to do that.
Yep.